Hello, and welcome to Old Toy, New Joy, the show where I share with you my previously enjoyed toys I purchased from online sources, thrift stores, and collectors' shows that once belonged to someone else. You know what this is? I do. This is a 1986 Series 4 LJN Mean Gene wrestling figure by Titan. Before we talk about this figure, let's talk about the man. In the 1960s, Eugene Okerlund worked as a disc jockey in Nebraska and then as a radio host in Minneapolis. In the 1970s, he joined American Wrestling Association as a ring announcer, and in the early 1980s, he joined the WWF as an interviewer, which is how most people remember him. And I fondly remember him standing beside such icons as Rowdy Ronnie Piper, the Iron Sheik, Nikolai Volkov, Bonesaw, Macho Man Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan, let me tell you something, brother, and Andre the Giant. Anybody want a peanut? And to me, Mean Gene was very integral to the golden age of television wrestling, and his calm, professional voice and demeanor was as equally important to the interviews he conducted as the interviews that other sports announcers such as Howard Cosell or Bob Cole gave with their respective sports. And since I actively began collecting LJN WWF figures only a few years ago, I have wanted a Mean Gene. I had been watching eBay for a good deal and finally bit the bullet and purchased this one. He's not perfect, but that has never really been the purpose of my collecting anyways. We'll take a closer look. He looks good. A little bit of paint loss on the eyebrows. The ends and lapel of the suit jacket, that's normal. He's got all his fingers and he's got his microphone intact, which actually is kind of rare. Often the end of that microphone has been torn or bit off. The shoes and the back a little bit. Looks like some kid had fun with him and brought him into the ring a few times, which is fine. And it would be easy to touch him up, but I'll probably leave him the way he is. And usually when I do find an LJN figure from eBay or thrift stores or collector shows, they are a little filthy from being played with so long ago. In those instances, I use some hand soap, warm water, and an old soft bristle toothbrush. And I just kind of go to work gently to loosen and remove surface dirt and grime that gets stuck, in the fingers, crevices, and the joints, and in the eye sockets. There's a lot of areas where grime and dirt can build up over the decades. And I don't perform an all-out restoration, but just a light cleaning for display purposes. And the dealer I bought Mean Gene from had some other items of interest, so I decided to take advantage of combined shipping, take a look at their wares, and purchase this 1985 G1 Twin Twist Jump Starter Transformer. I had one just like it as a child and wanted it again. So to learn more about this cool toy, let's take a look at my handy dandy Transformer Guide by Mark Belamo. So here's mine. Here's the page in the book. Twin Twist. The Autobot Jump Starters Twin Twist and Top Spin had a curious switch on the back of their necks that came with the following codicil in their instruction booklets. Note, if your jump starter does not stand properly, adjust lever behind robot's head. I tried this and it had little to no effect on how a jump starter would transform on my kitchen floor. They still sold well at retail, However, as they weren't your typical Autobot to Earth vehicle. I remember that weapon. Had it forever. I have a feeling maybe it broke off and the handle got stuck inside the fist hole there. But I remember that weapon. I always thought it was a cool weapon. And there it is all folded up in the alternate mode. And there it is. There's Topspin, actually. Topspin was very similar. Although he had more like forklift pieces on the end of him. Twin Twist has more like drill bits. So let's take a look and see how mine transforms and moves. First we'll fold them up. And I seem to remember that you would wind him backwards. Okay. I guess I ran out of platform, that's all. So very simple transformer, you know, a couple points of articulation and really only one transforming position. But still, a nice looking piece. Definitely looks like a transformer, and they were pretty inexpensive compared to their more complicated, bigger brothers. And then keeping with the Transformer theme, just last week I came across a couple of cool items. Firstly, this small hardcover book by Ladybird Books called The Transformers Autobots Fight Back. Very colorful. You know, back in the day, this is from 1985, I believe. Back in the day, kids' books were mostly in the form of Dr. Seuss or Disney Little Golden Books, things like that. There wasn't too much in the way of cool, mainstream, what's popular now kind of stuff. So this would have been very interesting to a young Transformers fan. And then there's this larger one, equally colorful, Transformers More Than Meets the Eye, the Autobots' Secret Weapon. Very cool. These were like $1.50 a piece. They were just sitting there on the shelf. I had to grab them. I never had these as a kid, but I very easily could have. So very cool, colorful, kind of like a comic book. Also, yeah, 1985. So I thought those were really neat. So thank you for joining me today and allowing me to share my newly acquired LJN Mean Gene wrestling figure and G1 Twin Twist Jumpstarter Transformer. If you liked the video, please like the video and we'll keep them coming. Till next time, this is your Toy Whisperer saying goodbye for now on Old Toy, New Joy.